This little bastard is going to be running around this whole video. I know it. This is your Star Trek Strange New Worlds prep video, and today we're talking about the 3 Captain Pikes. There is 4, but only 3 today. So in the original series, Captain Pike was in the pilot The Cage, the unaired pilot of which didn't go anywhere because it was too cerebral. Now I just rewatched it. It's not terribly cerebral. And Captain Pike was played by Christopher Hunter. And in this show, he's down in the dumps. He's a bit over being a captain. He doesn't really want to do space anymore. He's a little bit sexist, demonstrated by him not being comfortable with women on the bridge and other things. There's other things that pop up throughout the episode. But basically, he's a down in the dumps character. Not very charming, not very likable. He does smirk a little at the end of the episode, but he's not hugely a friendly character. And then something happened that was unique within the Star Trek universe, and that character, which was a one-off in the pilot, came back and was retooled and became one of the greatest Starfleet captains within the Star Trek universe. Firstly, in the Star Trek 2009 reboot films, Bruce Greenwood plays a version of Captain Pike we've not seen. This is a guy who's wise, who's caring, who has ambition and hope in the universe. And this is the first time we've seen this character like this, and he's a mentor to Kirk and a father figure. And this started a trend of that is the way Captain Pike is going to be from now on, even from his beginnings. In Star Trek Discovery's second season, we were introduced to Anson Mount as Captain Pike, and he took on very much the Reboot's model of what this Captain Pike was going to be. Man of hope, man of charm, man of charisma, man of honesty, a man of openness. And he even has a little bit of a joke with Tilly, which makes him more approachable by his crew. This is a captain who is truly aware of the universe he inhabits and the crew that he has been assigned to protect. So the original pilot, The Cage, aired before Captain Kirk was even a glint in Gene Roddenberry's eye, and Captain Pike was played by Christopher Hunter. Now, within the first few minutes of that episode, he talks about how he's not comfortable with women on the bridge. Later on in the episode, he actually is shown to have fantasies of running an Orion slave girl, I want to say brothel, and it's quite odd what is stated within that scene.
Dream, almost like secret dreams a bored ship captain might have.
Funny how they are in this planet. Actually like being taken advantage of.
Yes, that is a guy insinuating that the Orion slave girls are happy to be taken advantage of. Whoa. So in the actual season 1 of Star Trek, the original series, we're reintroduced to Captain Pike, and he's been involved in a Delta Ray accident which left him in a chair, beeping up a storm, 1 beep for yes, 2 beeps for no. And we see that he has a tragic storyline that's going to happen. And this stays through in most of the versions of Captain Pike that we have. It's a sad end for a Starfleet captain. The Menagerie episode itself is like a semi-clip show. It sort of retells the pilot episode in the bookends of the original series with Kirk and Spock and Bones. At the end of the episode, Spock basically has disobeyed orders, and they decide to take Pike back to Talos 4 from the original pilot, and he gets made whole again. He's a real person, and he's reunited with Vina, and he lives out the rest of his days on this planet as a full human being again who can talk and walk, and not a beeping chairman.
I thought you might make an exception for them.
Years pass after that original pilot and the Menagerie, and there's no real mention of Captain Pike, certainly not within the TNG era as far as I remember, and I've watched those episodes a lot. He's brought up in a lot of like the books and the peripheral canon, but he's not actually a part of the series proper. The first time we're reintroduced to Captain Pike as a character is by Bruce Greenwood in the Star Trek 2009 reboot film by J.J. Abrams. And this is a vastly different character. He's a seasoned captain who's always looking for the brightest star he can see in his pupils, and he's wise and he's whimsical and he's fatherly to Kirk. And it's a very different version of this character. They've taken him from sort of a slightly just a really bad character to being sort of the embodiment of what it is to be a captain.
So your dad dies. You can settle for a less than ordinary life. You feel like you were meant for something better. Something special.
This Pike is about building that ambition and about building that hope in his crew. And he's very much a military man and believes in Starfleet and its mission. In Star Trek Into Darkness, Bruce Greenwood is killed as Pike by a character played by Benedict Cumberbatch, who is not Khan. This is Khan. This is Benedict Cumberbatch. I blame Benedict Cumberbatch for Pike dying. As this scene happens, as Pike lies on the floor, Spock mind melds with him. We find out he died in fear and pain. Which is very similar, I imagine, to the way he was in the original series when he was in the Delta Ray accident. It was a sharp shift from the character we had in the original series original pilot, to this. Very different characters, but obviously meant to be the same one with certain story elements the same. The only thing that really stays properly the same is the excruciatingly painful death that he has. But that's okay. In Star Trek Discovery's second season, we're introduced to Anson Mount as our new Captain Pike in the Star Trek Prime Universe timeline. Yes, Discovery is Prime timeline. And this Pike is open, he's honest, he's understanding, he is funny, he's charming, he's a leader, he has all the characteristics of all of the good captains. And it's an amazing transformation step by step to Anson Mount. And he's obviously the characterization of this Pike is what led people to wanting a Strange New Worlds series, well, the series based on Captain Pike and Number One, to go ahead, because his character blew everyone's socks off because he played it perfectly. And Anson Mount's a good choice because he kind of looks like a cross between Bruce Greenwood and Christopher Hunter. During season 2, Captain Pike finds out about his Delta Ray accident through some time crystals. Why they're called time crystals, we'll ignore. But through some time crystals, he finds out that he's going to die via this Delta Ray accident. And he sees it, and he sees the pain and the torture he's gone through, and it horrifies him, and he collapses. And what we get is him dealing with it by going, well, I have to do what I can do. I can live with this in my future, but I have to be the Starfleet captain, and I can't let this change me. And this is something that no other real Star Trek person has had. He knows his future. He knows he's going to die horribly, or at least have a horrible accident where he's locked in a chair. He doesn't know he's going to go to Talos 4. And it'll be interesting to see how this progresses through Strange New Worlds. As Strange New Worlds approaches, we're seeing a captain of strength, hope, ambition, leadership, fun. And this is a Captain Pike that we've kind of wanted and everyone wanted. And the trailers look amazing. I have a lot of hope for this series. So what are your thoughts about Strange New Worlds? What are your thoughts about the other actors who played Pike? And make sure to like and comment. I'll be doing another Strange New Worlds prep video next week, just before it airs. And then we'll get the review. There'll be a Picard and Strange New Worlds review at the same time.